Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the virtual launch of author Lori. Oh my gosh. We are super duper excited for her on tonight, y'all. She is here. Some of her family and friends are joining us, and we are excited about having her and to celebrate what is happening in her life, right? She is a beautiful woman that had a vision, that contacted someone that she had no idea who I was, right? But she wanted to join in with me on my quest to help authors produce in the world. My name is Felicia Lucas. I am the CEO of His Glory Creations Publishing. We are an international Christian publishing company that helps individuals publish their inspirational, inspiring, life changing messages. And we, about 3 years ago, started doing children's books. And so I love the idea of a person having a dream, having a vision, and then putting it on paper and it comes to life. And so Lori has been a great client to work with. And I'm just excited about talking about her tonight, and not only her, but about this. I got my copy, y'all. A beautiful book that she's written. Her vision is alive, and we're celebrating her on tonight. So, those of you that don't know who she is, I definitely want to introduce her to the world. I'm actually going to read her bio on tonight before we actually jump in and ask some questions. So I'm gonna read her bio. I'm gonna give her an opportunity to just greet people briefly, and then we will go on for tonight. So Lori was born and raised in Manhattan, New York City, where she lived with her mother and her three older siblings. Lori had a happy childhood with playing with friends, and she learned how to play double dutch. Y'all remember double dutch? Hopscotch, I remember doing that, and multiple hand games. Y'all remember all the little hand games we used to do, including one of her favorites, which is jacks. And I remember I used to play jacks at my grandma's house, my great grandma's house. We sat out there on the porch, we could play jacks. And I just, sometimes you just want people to go back to that. Those were simple games, but they were fun. So she learned those basic game skills, and she was also known to try to bring in stray animals into the home, but her mama was not having that, y'all. Okay. Eventually her mother did let her get a dog, and a lot of her antics, even with all of her antics, her mother thought that she would become a veterinarian because her love and her passion for animals. And even though that was not in the stars, her future was pretty bright. Growing up, Lori had a very close-knit family. Her love for her family turned into a passion to care for others. And while she was a teenager, she often helped family with childcare. And so one day after work, she was visiting a friend, and she noticed that her friend's grandmother was in the other room. So she went in the room, and she had this heartfelt conversation with this beautiful person. And that one seed of that triggered her into knowing what her life purpose was. And that was when she started working in the home health care field. And so she would work in homes and also senior living centers. After taking a break, Lori then started her own childcare or daycare business. And after many years, she decided to go back into the field and to become a certified nursing assistant. And so she continued to do that. And people would ask her, why do you do this? How do you do this type of work? And she said, you know what? It's not for everybody, but the experience is rewarding and uplifting. And Lori, she lives in Charlotte with her family, her husband, her kids, and she still has that love for dogs because she has a Jack Russell. And so on tonight, I'm going to turn it over to her so she can just briefly greet her guests, and we're going to continue with the celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, author Lori. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you all. I'm speechless. I just want to say thank you. Try not to cry.
This is your night, girl. Girl, if the tears have to flow, let them flow. And sometimes when we have dreams and we see, you've been talking about it and it's here on tonight. So we celebrate. No, you go ahead. You let that goodness come out. And these are happy tears.
They are.
They are
They
happy.
are.
They're happy tears.
Just need to pull myself together so I can talk.
You're fine. You
Okay.
are fine. You're fine. And your supporters are here. They're popping in the chat. Guys, thank you. Continue as we go on to put messages in the chat of encouragement for her. Those that are here said you have this. They're very proud of you. They want to render congratulations to you. And because tonight is about you. It's about you. It's about
Woo!
vision. And so you don't need to suppress it. I'm just saying. You don't have to suppress your emotions. Absolutely. This is a celebration. And if we were in person,
And
we
they and
probably
they
have
and they know
music.
and they know me. They know
Okay.
I'm a crier.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. But this
Yep.
is an in-person event. You
It's,
probably have music going. People will be dancing around. So we're
oh
gonna say,
yes.
all right. So you ready to jump in and answer some of these questions that we have on tonight?
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So this book is called Chocolate Bear, Chicken, and Garlic Knots. And I told some of y'all, when y'all read that, you were like, what in the world is the
Yes.
book about? Chocolate Bear, Chicken, and Garlic Knots. So why did you choose this book? Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, I choose to write this book, which I wrote this book 7 years ago. I have grandkids of my own, and then I love children.
Okay.
So to leave something back for my grands was just something that I used to think about, like, what would I want to leave for my grands for them to remember me? You have pictures, you have different stuff, but I wanted something that they could really cherish.
Absolutely.
So one day my husband was writing his book, because my husband also had wrote a book, and
Yeah.
we bounced things off each other. And I had asked him, did he know anybody who wrote children's book? And he was like, no, I don't know anybody. So he was like, you gonna write a book? I said, yeah, I wrote it already. And he was like,
Yeah.
stop. So Chocolate Bear was already in my head because Chocolate Bear is really family.
Right.
Because my mother, she's not here with us no more, but she was my brown sugar. So Chocolate Bear and brown sugar, that's the same type of family. They family. This love came from my mom. It came from her 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So as I just started writing, I did miss you start thinking about your childhood, about how much fun you had. And I'm originally from New York, so we were close. And on the block I grew up on, we all played, like I said, the hand games. We played hopscotch, and we had block parties. So we got together, man, and we had fun. I mean, everybody got together from one corner to the next, from around the corner, from across town. We all got together as one family, so we always stayed together.
Absolutely.
We might have had fussing or fighting, but we always made up.
Yes.
So Chocolate Bear just came into play because it's a little bit of me
Yes.
missing what we had.
Right. Absolutely, absolutely. So there was a couple things you said that I wanted to elaborate on. So the first thing, you were talking about legacy, and it's very, very important. A lot of times people want to just leave money for their kids, and so the
Right.
things that you are planting now, the Bible talks about, is for your children's children. So you wrote this
That's
in
right.
reference to your
That's
children's
right.
children, which are your grandchildren.
That's
So
right.
regardless of what happens in life, and when we're gone and we're gone on to where we need to be after this life, the thing is that you are creating legacy. You're creating that
Yes.
for them, that inheritance
Yes.
for them. So I love that.
Right.
The other thing that I wrote down is that you talked about the book is about family. And so when you start looking at, just our society, how it is now, and when we were teenagers and when we were kids, it's totally different. It's just totally different.
Yes. Yes.
The world is
Yes.
totally different. But to
Yes.
go back to the basics, the thing I like about this book is it's about community. And that's where
Yes.
we are lacking
Lacking.
as
Yes.
nations,
Yes. Yes.
lacking that
Yes.
community piece.
Yes.
And so this book is a bridge, I would say, for you as you are telling your story and the doors that God's going to open for you to share this. It's reminding that it's about the community. It's
It
about,
is. It really
what can
is.
we do to come together. Absolutely.
Right. It is. It is. And it's also I used to read to my children when they was younger. I
Yes.
have 5 children, and I
Yes.
used to read to all of them.
Yes.
So also the joy of kids getting back to reading a book. I used to love to see my kids come to me and say, "Ma, read this one to me." And I say, I read that 20 times. But the joy
Yeah.
of seeing them, they wanted to read that same book. I want a child to have the same joy
Absolutely.
when they see Chocolate Bear. I want them to say, "Mommy, Auntie, read
Yeah.
Chocolate Bear to me. I want to hear it again. I want to hear what Chocolate Bear did today. I
Yeah.
want to go back to what him and his friends did." I want the same joy my kids had, the joy for those books as well.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So let's kind of shift a little bit. Let's talk about, you said it, you wrote this 7 years ago. What would you
Mm.
say about this whole experience? What was the easiest part about it? And what would you say was the hardest part about it?
Well, the easiest was Chocolate Bear was already in my mind
Mm,
because of me loving animals.
right?
I used to love the circus, going to the circus,
Yep.
Ringling Brothers and Barnum, they're not here,
Right.
anymore, but I used to love going to the circus. So the ones that was my favorite was the bears, the elephants and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that's what popped up in my head, and it just came. But the garlic knots came me being greedy one day. I said to my husband, I miss having a New York garlic knots because where I used to live, this pizzeria made the best garlic knots,
Wow.
man. And I was
Right.
like, man, so that's where the knots came from. One night I'm just thinking about some garlic knots, but yeah, it's just it just flowed. It just really flowed. Now the hardest was after I wrote it and I looked at it and I read it over and over again because sometimes you say to yourself, okay, I wrote this. What am I going to do with it?
Right.
And
Right.
so I didn't know anybody because I was doing I was a vendor at one time, so I was going to different events. I would ask around, but nobody at the time knew any publishers that did children books.
Mm,
So what I did was, and I thank my heavenly Father, I put the book away.
mm,
I said, okay, maybe it's not time.
mm.
So I put the book away, and let me tell you something. As many as my kids, as many notebooks and stuff that I buy for them, and it's be all over the house. That book I kept precious and
Mm.
out of sight and away from anybody accidentally spilling something on it.
Right.
And I just cherished that book because I said someday I'm going to get to it. I
Mm.
don't know when, but I said someday I am going to get to it. And that was just the hardest of when, just like there would be times that I would think that I would go back to get the book and I would pull it out and
Right.
I would read it and I would say, I gotta write, I gotta put this out there.
Yeah.
I love this,
Right.
but like I said, that was the hardest, was finding somebody to help me along the way.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah,
And everything is about timing. And so,
it is.
those of you that are watching today, if you have a dream of things that you see that you want to manifest in the earth, it's all about God's timing. We talk about
It is.
Ecclesiastes 3:1. Everything, there's a season, there's a time. And so
It
7 years
really is.
ago
It
was
really
the season,
is.
yeah, was there, but you might not have been at the point that you would be able to do what you're doing with it then that you are now.
Right.
So
Absolutely. I feel that. Yes, absolutely.
absolutely. Okay. All right. So what did you learn about Lori through this process? Because whenever somebody writes a book, when I work with authors, it is a transformation because depending on what the subject matter is of the book, there's a process that they go through. And for some, it's an easy process or easier process. For some are, some of the things that they release are like kind of difficult, some things that they might have gone through as a child, but they learn something. So I know you learned something about Lori doing this. And what did you
I did. I learned to be patient, and I
yeah,
learned not to take. myself for granted.
Wow.
Because like I said, 7 years I wrote this book a long time ago.
Yes.
And like I said, I to actually see it and touch it, man, it blew me away. So it took a minute, for me to realize like, wow, I can do it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I am a strong woman, if you put your mind to it, but sometimes you do take a step back because you take yourself like, maybe I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Right.
Maybe somebody won't like it, and you can't think that way. You can't think that somebody may not like it because there may be somebody that will love it. So
Absolutely.
that's how I take the negativity. If you know me,
Yep.
I stay positive. I think positive. I try not to think negative. I try not to let nobody steal my joy. And I just ran with it. And I said, this is what I got to do. This is what and I said, if it don't go right for me, at least I tried, you
Absolutely.
know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Which kind of, the next question that I had, you kind of talk a little bit about that, like, someone that has an idea in reference to a children's book, and you kind of talk about you didn't allow what others thought to hinder
I
you from
didn't
moving
because
forward. Yeah,
I didn't because, like I said, when I wrote it, it was for me at the time. I think it was like just me sharing how much I missed having fun, the togetherness, because like I said, I'm originally from New York and I live in Charlotte now.
right.
So New York and Charlotte are totally two different places. So when we first came down here, I taught the kids, like when my kids were young, and I taught the kids to play double dutch out here. Some of the children, they was like, "What's that?" We would play double dutch. I would take the chalk, even with my grandkids. We get chalk and we write it on my driveway, and we play hopscotch.
Yes.
Those are still fun to do. Those are, to get the kids out. And yes, like you said earlier, the electronic and all this is wonderful. It is definitely good to have, but
Right.
it's good to get the kids back outside
Yep.
playing with one another, and having fun.
Absolutely.
And those are my joyous times, is in New York, having fun, with family and friends.
Absolutely. 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 All right.
So if some
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. So if somebody is interested, and you do have an idea and you may not know where to go with it, just write it down. If you write poems, if you paint and you got artwork put to the side, pull it back out, look at it, embrace it again. Write the poems, right? If you write stories, have somebody help you. Find, like the Google is awesome. You can Google a lot of stuff, and I thank the young lady Michelle for introducing me. It was like Michelle was from a friend from a friend. That's how I met Felicia.
Wow.
So
Yes.
I was not letting it go. I remember I had she had wrote it on a piece of paper. I couldn't find that piece of paper. I hit up Michelle. I said, Michelle, what's that? Give me that name again, because I needed this done. I needed this done. And Felicia was very awesome. She didn't know me from nobody, from a can of paint. She was very open with me. And that's another thing, because I did Google maybe once or twice. You know how they have the authors, you Google if you want to be a writer, if you want to be an author and all this stuff. But it felt uh like empty. It didn't
Mm,
feel like they were embracing me. You
mm,
know, I needed somebody that could really talk to me. Uh, we take steps one by one. And I'm not knocking the other companies, because if you can do it, by all means do it. But me personally, I needed to have like almost like a one-on-one like class, like how we are on Zoom. I can't just do something and just be like, okay, you go ahead and do it. I need to take steps because this was all new to me.
right.
So Felicia did take me step by step and walk me through this. And like I said, I'm so thankful, that I'm here today and I got my book and I got Chocolate Bear with me right here. I'm really thankful.
Amen. 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 All right.
Yes.
So, Do you have anything on the horizon, my dear?
Okay, what I have on the horizon is that this is the first book,
Okay.
but it's not the last.
Whoop,
I finished my second book, so I want this to be a series.
whoop.
It sometimes it may be Chocolate Bear or it may be some of his other friends that he meet along the way.
Right.
But like,
My God. It's all good. It's all good. Yes, yes, yes.
but like I said, I want I want children to love him, and I want my grands
Yeah.
to say, "Grandma did this. Great great grandma did this. Then we can do it too. Whatever my grands want to do, I want them to do it, even if you're scared,
Yes.
because we get scared." But I said, and I'm spiritual, so I talked to my Lord and Savior. I said, "Let me know what I need to do,"
Yes.
and he showed me the way. So if you got it in your heart to put something out there, do it. Don't
Yes.
be afraid. And
Yes.
if you got to cry a little bit and
Yes.
rip up some papers and start over,
Yes.
do it. Do
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yes. So I want to tell you, your support team, as you're talking, they're applauding, they're doing the emojis. Some of them are crying. Yeah, in the chat, there's a lot of little comments here. People encouraging you, and
Thank
that
you
is what
all.
this is
Thank you.
about. Yeah, make sure you read the chat and to see what people are saying. They're here. They're supporting you because they know your heart. They know that this is huge, and
Yes,
we do
yes.
thank you guys for tonight for being here for her.
Yes, I do.
We
I
can
do.
feel the love. We can feel the love in the room. Can feel the love. So yeah, make sure you take an opportunity to read those comments. All right.
Yes.
So one more question we have: how can people connect with you if they want to get the book? Because we had the pre-sales open, and you can still get books now. So if
Yes.
someone's watching this as the replay, we have
Yes.
how can they get in contact with you?
You can still order online. You can still order from my Facebook, um, Cash App. You can still order from the PayPal, PayHip. Until I change anything, I will definitely post it to let you know if anything has changed.
Okay. Okay. So we definitely want to make sure we give them the actual site for the PayHip. So it's www.payhip.com and backslash, you're going to put chocolate bear, and chocolate bear is one word. Okay. So it's
Yes.
www.payhip.com backslash chocolate bear. So we want you to go to that website on tonight if you have not, or tomorrow, or whenever you're doing. Thank you for putting that in there. We definitely
Thank
want you
you.
to go to the website and to secure your copy. That will be the first point of contact that we have for that. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You can see her page on Facebook as well. You can connect with her there as we continue to go through this process. All righty.
And Felicia,
Yeah, you're good.
I had wanted to read the. Can I just read one or two pages?
Absolutely. That was we were gonna. I was
Okay.
definitely wanted to give an opportunity for you to do that. So yes,
Okay.
yes.
Great.
And you
Okay.
read, and you know
Again,
what? I will. Are you gonna read and show, or you want me to show as you read? You can do. We can both do it, so we can make
I'm
sure.
I'm gonna do both, either
Okay.
or.
Okay.
Okay. So again, chocolate beer, chicken, and garlic knots.
What is written? She went on the home.
This is my chocolate beer. Okay. It says, let me get it in. There once was a bear named Chocolate Bear. He was a friendly bear. He didn't have many friends. He lived near other animals, but he didn't see them when he took his walks in the forest. Okay. So let me show you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. There we go. Okay. So one day he thought it would be a good idea to get to know his neighbors. He wanted to meet and greet, to have them over for dinner. And these are some of the characters that are in the story right here. And so I'm going to stop right there. And then you tell me how it goes as you read along when you get your book.
Absolutely. So the suspense
Yes.
is going to build up a little bit as to what
Yes, yes,
them in the community, and we love it. We love
yes,
it. We love it. All right,
yes.
so this time we do have a few minutes. If there are any speakers that Lori would have connected with, I'm not sure. Do we have any that would like to just give her a brief? When I say brief congratulations. So you guys will, have the opportunity to do that if you would like to do that.
Anybody want to come off if you want to say anything?
Physically raise your hand, or you can use the little reaction
Yes.
at the bottom and raise your hand, so we'll know who to call on.
Who's taking?
Lori,
Okay.
I'm coming off
Yes.
of mute. I'm sorry. I'm not using no reactions and all that. I'm driving. It's Latobia. Lori.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm so happy for you. So happy. I gotta place my order so we can have another bedtime story to read, me and the girls. But
Yes.
Lori.
Thank you.
I love you, boo.
I love you too. Kiss the kids and the family.
Will do.
All right, it looks like Keandra, I see your hand.
Hey, Lori. I am
Hey, Keely.
so proud of you. I mean, we've set up late night talk about what we're going to do and how it's going to look. And girl, you are doing it. So you just keep doing your thing, and I'm going to support you, and I'll see you at the top, girl.
That's right. Love you. Thank you.
Miss Darlene, let me put you on. Give me 1 second. All right, Miss Darlene, you're alive.
Hey, Lolly D, you know this is Dolly.
Baby.
My future Fox. I am so very proud of you. You know, I know that you've been through. You know, I know the hard-working person that you are, how much you love people, how much you want to change lives and want to change people's lives. I know how much you love God and how much you serve him and how much you want people to love and be loved through your message. I want you to know I love you. I am so proud of you. And I'm just very proud.
Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. You know. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, it's real all day. I'm real all day. I'm real.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Ebony, I'm bringing you to the stage. Hold on 1 second.
Hey, Miss Lori.
Hey, Ebony.
Hey, hon. I just wanted to say I am so very proud of you. I know that this is a long time coming, and I am very excited to get my book so I can read it to my babies. I long journey for you. So I just wanted to say congratulations, and just I can't wait to get book number 2. Even though I can't wait to get book number 1.
Thank you so much, Ebony. I appreciate you so much. Yes, I really do.
Wow.
Mwah. I got you, girl. It's the family.
Yes, I will. You too.
It's autographed.
Oh, yes. And I want to thank just everybody who supported, who called, who texted, who hit up on Facebook. I love you guys. I mean, without y'all know my heart. Y'all know I'm family oriented all day. I love my friends. My friends are not even my friends. My friends are my family. If I call you my sister, you my sister. If I call you family, you family. And that's what my book is about. It's about togetherness. It's about us having good times, memories, and just keeping a family together, keeping everybody safe. and loving on each other. People use love so loosely, but when you love, you should love. You know, we don't always pick our families and stuff, but they are families. You know, sometimes you got to take a break from family, and you get back. But family is the link. It's a link. Everybody's linked together. So I want to keep that going with my family and my grands as they get older. I want them to see that great grandma, she had it right. She got it right. We got to stay together. We got to make sure we keep this family growing. We got to keep the roots. They planted deep, but that tree is going from here, it's going all over. So I want to thank y'all so much. Mwah.
All right. Well, we are on the road unless there's someone. Let's see. I don't want to make sure there's no other hands raised. I don't see any other hands raised. Okay. On behalf of His Glory Creations Publishing, we want to say again, thank you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve you in this capacity. And we celebrate what God is doing in your life, and we look forward to your projects, forthcoming.
Yes.
And so the link for this launch on tonight will be within the hour or so, will be loaded up to my company page, which is His Glory Creations Publishing. It'll be a YouTube link. You guys can have that, and then you can share it out to people as well. Once it's on the page, people can respond on the Facebook as well, or on the YouTube. Preferably the Facebook is all in one place. So it will be available as soon as I'm able to load it up after on tonight. And we appreciate y'all celebrating her, all of the energy that's home on tonight. And it's all, it's a good feeling because you have a lot of support. And those of you that are watching the replay, if you don't mind putting pound replay in the actual comments, so Lori will have an opportunity to respond back to you to let you, so you will know that she did see you here, okay? I'll also give you a copy of all of the chat, Lori, so you can go back and actually read what everyone says. So I'll give you a copy of that.
Right, right. Thank you.
All right.
And again, thank you, Felicia. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. And we just...
yes. One more thing, Felicia. I want to thank the illustrator. I cannot pronounce her name, but I want to put her up. Thank her so much. She brought this to life for me. Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. Shout out. We got to give her a shout out.
Yes.
I'm sure she'll probably respond to the actual link on Facebook.
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful work. She's a beautiful soul, and she knows what she's doing. And she delivers. Yes. She over delivers. I would say that. So we thank you. Thank you to our team that put this together. Yes. All right, guys, we're done. Until next time, Chocolate Bear.
Until next time.
Knox family. Y'all take care. God bless each of you.